Okay, I want to know who in their right mind puts a Hobby Lobby pretty much right next door to a Michael's. Does that make any sense to you? Who would put a Hobby Lobby right next door? Literally just the street in between, but it's a back street, so it doesn't really count. Right next door to a Michael's. It's two hobby stores that mostly sell the same stuff, placed directly next to each other. That sounds stupid. I mean, I think competition should work that way, but it just does not seem like a very bright idea. And I picked the absolute wrong time to start recording, because as soon as I do, some truck is unloading or whatever. This is just my luck. But I wanted to point out that just really, really horrible store placement before I got rolling into whatever I was going to talk about. Yeah, so ahoy there. I'm a Metal. How are you doing? How am I doing? Oh, thanks for asking. I'm just walking around town, as I do, normally. And, yeah, having a good day. Hope you are too. So, I actually just realized last night, doing some math, checking different places, because I host my comic, not just at the main website, though if you were going to read it, I would prefer you read at the main website. But I know that the site navigation is atrocious because I don't have the time or willpower to go in and make the site look better with all the other shit that I'm already doing. Sorry, in advance and in post or whatever. But looking at all the different places I hosted, I've noticed that Ex Dynamis Chaos has accumulated collectively more than 10,000 views across all platforms. And that made me happy to know. I honestly didn't think I had gotten that point yet. It surprised me. Personally, when I started writing this, well, I wrote it long before I drew it, but when I started writing, I didn't think anybody at all was going to view it, outside of, except maybe a few close friends. And I probably haven't even been pushing this as hard as I should be. I'm just the type of guy that I like creating things, but I don't like pushing things on people. It feels weird to ask people to look at my shit. Which is probably why it hasn't been doing better. I probably need to advertise it more aggressively. I don't know. I just feel weird. It's like I have this weird like anti-shill mentality. Probably growing up in the 90s and being fairly anti-corporation. That might have something to do with it, even though I am a small independent business owner, I guess, if you want to call it by that sense. So I'm already anti-corporation. I just don't want to feel like I'm becoming a corporation. I think that's more or less what it comes down to. Even though corporations make a lot of money and they do a lot of really smart things. It's a really dumb mentality, honestly. But it's hard to break habits. But yeah, I'm happy that it's surpassed 10,000. It's a really small number on the internet, especially when you consider how many billions of people are in the world and how many of that has access to the internet. Well, it's only in English, but shoot, what? I think almost 2 billion people in the world speak English, somewhere around that, maybe even a little more. About half of that in India alone, and the rest just scattered about. So, it's not a very well... I'm not going to say received, because everybody who reads it says they like it, for the most part. They find it fun and interesting, but it's not a known comic. It hasn't been seen a lot. But my little self is very pleased just to see that tiny number. Yeah. Maybe it'll be seen by more people. Somebody that I got in contact with Reddit translation looks good from what little I understand the language, which is barely conversationally at best. And I'll probably pop a few of the phrases into Google Translate just to make sure the guy isn't pulling my leg and intentionally saying horrible things. But a dude offered to translate the first chapter on the house into Spanish. And there's a lot of Spanish speakers. It's the third most spoken language in the world, after English being the second and Mandarin being the first. So that could be a huge audience boost. I need to go through, and he didn't actually translate it like, say, fans translate manga or anything, because he didn't want to deal with the bubbles and all that jazz. But gave me a whole script. I can go through and I can do it myself. I probably won't use the same font because I don't know if it has all the accent marks like the tilde and stuff like that. But I still have most of my resources. Whoa, run across the street. Because I don't feel like dealing with traffic lights when I don't have to. I still have most of my resources, so I'll be fine. I can easily just crop out the old words and put the new ones in there. That'll be cool. And last night I finished writing up the script for the next short for the Pop Rocks featuring Mitch and Sandy. It's going to be a beach episode, and you're going to get to see Lainey Lynn again. Isn't that going to be fun and horrifying? Yeah, so, stick around. I'm hitting traffic again. I only wanted to record while I was on that back street because it's going to get really loud. Not like it wasn't with that random truck picking up trash, but it is what it is. I'm the Metal, and I will catch you guys later.